How to be who you are meant to be. Welcome back to another episode of Rapid Subconscious Reprogramming. This is Tommy Walker, the mind engineer, and today we're going to be talking about mindset and most directed towards how to be who you are meant to be. So if you're watching on social media, hashtag live, that would be great. If you're watching replay, hashtag replay, let us know if you're there. If you can share this with other people, that would be great. If you can engage with the content, more people get to see it. It is no cost, and more people can benefit from these things that I'm doing. So thank you very much again. I hope you enjoy this. Let me now change to so you can see my face and we can get going. Here we go. So what do I mean with how, right? How can we become who we are meant, how to be who we're meant to be, right? One of the most important things to understand is how the mind works, okay? When we are born, we start learning from our environment who we are. We don't understand who we are. We start trying to fit in according to how the environment reacted towards us, trying to fit in, trying to please, or even some people start rebelling, right? They start, hey, Romana, hey, Suzanne, thank you for stopping by. So a lot of people start acting out in ways, right, to try to fit in, try to protect themselves, try to adjust to the environment. So we understand that many of the things that we have created in our life, many behaviors, are just a byproduct of trying to fit in. So if you're trying to fit in, the truth is you're not being able to be who you are meant to be. So the first step is recognizing that there are many aspects of you, many behaviors, many ways that you have that are not truly you. And it's not about judging you, about feeling mad about these things. It's just understanding how the mind works. And yes, as Suzanne was putting over here, right? Suzanne, let me see, I just lost the comment. Here we go. Yes, we are molded right into what others expect from us. We're not taught, right, to recognize who we truly are, to be able to become that true version, right? Whenever we were, I don't know, maybe doing a dundrum, our parents maybe got angry at us, right? If we were feeling sad, they might have told us, oh, don't feel sad. If you did something wrong, they would judge you and criticize you for what you did. So you start learning that there are certain things that are right and certain things are wrong. But who says that, right? Why is crying wrong, right? According to your parents, that maybe they were judged when they were crying as kids. So when we start understanding that many of the things that we think, right? Many of the things that we think might not be correct, right? We start allowing the exploration of our mind, of our behaviors, to start chipping off who we are not, to truly discover who we truly are. And this is one of the biggest things of my work, is being able to really connect more of who you are and let go who you're not. But if a person is a perfectionist, many times perfectionism comes from a place of wanting to please others. So if I try to please others through perfectionism, that is not really me, because again, being a perfectionist to please others is not who you truly are. So the idea is to be able to recognize those behaviors that are getting in the way of discovering who you truly are. I believe that deep down in our core, we are perfect, but that doesn't mean that we're able to manifest that. And more so, if we try to manifest perfectionism through feeling inadequate, feeling not good enough, feeling not worthy, is going to make it very difficult to really show our true self, our spiritual being as we are, because we're coming from human side, we're coming from ego. Let me know if that is making sense. Please type a yes in the chat if this is making sense, what I'm saying. So to start opening up mind and heart, that's why I call about, aligning mind and heart, right? It's all about aligning those two to be able to create a safe environment, a loving environment, to bring out these certain behaviors that we might have that might be the byproduct of protecting us, right? Perfectionism is a protective mechanism. Procrastination is a protective mechanism. A person are doing, if they're addicts to anything, it is a protective mechanism. So instead of really thinking that a person or ourselves, we're addicts, it's just understanding that we're protecting from a deeper pain of a lack of love and acceptance. So when we start aligning mind and heart, we're able to start challenging our behaviors in a loving way again, right? Understanding them, seeing why they're there. Like, again, self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, a lot of people, I start doing, what I need to do in my life, and then I sabotage myself. And they start judging themselves, and they judge the self-saboteur that is, creating that behavior. But they don't understand that the saboteur is, in a way, a part of you that is trying to protect you. You might say, but Tommy, what are you talking about? So I have several people that I'm working with that they self-sabotage, because when they self-sabotage, they get attention from others, maybe from their parents, right? I have several people, and I used to be there, right? That, I used to self-sabotage, get hurt to get the attention from my parents. So was it a bad thing? Not in a way. It was looking for the love and acceptance from the other person, in this case, my parents. So I would hurt myself as a kid, and not on purpose. I wouldn't try to commit suicide at a very young age, but I would get hurt. I would break a bone. I would open my head because I banged something without realizing what I was doing, right? And as I started going down this path, I started seeing behaviors that were the byproduct of something deeper. So when you start judging the part of you that is messing up your life without really understanding why it's doing it, you're not really bringing true change. Normally, what you're doing is you're feeding that behavior, and it's going to continue happening over and over again. That's why so many people find it difficult to break cycles in their life, break behaviors, and to be able to be more of who they're meant to be, right? This amazing, great spiritual being that I believe we all are these amazing spiritual beings, right? That were made for greatness, but our human side has taken over because we have little training as kids on this. And unfortunately, we have believed our constraints, our limitations, and we go through life trying to break free from those constraints and limitations, not understanding why they're there in the first place, what they might be protecting us from, and from there start trying to work on changing. When we don't understand how a car works, it's going to be very difficult to make changes. If we don't understand how a boat works, it's going to be very difficult to navigate. The mind is the same. If you don't understand how the mind works, it's going to make it very difficult to let go of who you are not to become more of who you are. And there's an exercise that I help people with, right? I'm going to share it here right now. I hope you enjoy it. Is writing the things that you admire from other people, whether you have them or not. I want you to make a list of the things that you admire from other people. Yes, things you admire, qualities. I like people that are good public speakers, that they're able to communicate, good communicators. I like people that are powerful, strong, but in a good sense, right? That they're spiritual, that they are loving, caring. So write down the things that you love about other people. Okay, take that, pause this video if you need to, and write those things down. When you do that, then after you write that list and leave it open to keep adding stuff, I want you to see if in any aspect of your life, grab the first word, and any aspect of your life, you might have a 1%, 2%, 5% compared to another person that you look up to. So imagine if you look up to somebody that you're very good communicators, and you might say, oh, I'm not a very good communicator compared to that other person. But in your life, are you able to communicate with your friends? Are you able to communicate with your kids, with somebody else? Communicate at work, right? Oh, maybe, yeah, at work, I'm kind of a little bit of a good communicator at work, or good communicator with my friends. Okay, so already have it. So you have it. The idea is to recognize it, validate it, and start working on developing even more. So look at each word that you have written in this exercise I just gave you, and start seeing in your life where they are. Because when you're looking on the outside, whatever you're seeing on somebody else, one finger pointing out, straight up, one straight out, three pointing back at me. Whatever I'm seeing on another person is a reflection of what I'm bringing to the table. Seriously. So whatever you wrote down speaks about you too, not just another person. The problem is that people start thinking that they're not at the level of that person they're looking up to. And that is a problem because now they start bringing themselves on and they kind of not validate or recognize their qualities, their strengths, who they really are. So I mentioned several things. So I am loving, I am caring, I'm a communicator. If you know, like I'm a good communicator. I'm this, I'm that. So doesn't mean that I'm that all the time, like 100% showing up like that. No, sometimes I'm not so loving, right? The other day I went out with my dog and a guy had some dogs and they kind of attacked and bullied my dog. And I got pissed and say, hey, dude, what are you doing? Right? I kind of said that to the guy. The guy got really pissed. So we got a little bit triggered, both of us. And it's okay. I'm not perfect, right? So it's understanding that, okay, could I have handled that in a different way? Yeah, I could have handled it in a different way. But, you know, these dogs came, they were free and they came in and kind of attacked my dog. It wasn't that bad. They didn't bite on her, but they seen that they were bullying her and attacking her without really biting her. So I reacted and said, like, I scream at the dogs to, you know, get them a little fear and move away. And then I look at the guy, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Right? What, hey, buddy, what's wrong? Or whatever. And he got pissed because he was doing something wrong, right? The dogs didn't come in a friendly way. I'm out with my dog a lot, and a lot of dogs come in and they're very friendly. Some are very aggressive. So when they start getting aggressive, I don't like them around my dog because my dog is very, you know, calm, and I don't want them to attack them. And she has been attacked a little bit in the past. So, you know, it's understanding these things, right? How the mind works. Do I always manifest these things? Not always. I'm working to manifesting more of this. But if I can recognize these qualities, I'm able to share them with more people, practice them, and become more of who I truly am, and letting go of who I'm not. You know, when people say I'm lazy, I'm stupid, I'm clumsy, I'm silly, I'm grumpy, I'm blah, those are just temporary tags you have put to yourself because you're struggling. But that's not who you truly are. And I don't believe that is who you truly are. Hey, Marianne, thank you for stopping by too. So go through that exercise, keep practicing that, see where, you know, you can manifest more of this, and slowly you're going to see that you're going to start becoming more of who you are, and you're going to be able to slowly start letting go of who you are not through this process. And that's the idea of this work. Truly manifest who you are, reconnect with your true self, and manifest that in front, you know, for yourself and for others, of course, in front of others, not caring so much of what others expect from you. And this is a problem that I've seen over and over again all these years for myself and for other people, is that we tend to fit in. We tend to, you know, become someone else because we want to feel loved and accepted. I like that. I will do that. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you very much. So thank you, Romana. Thank you, Marianne. If you're enjoying this, let me know in the comments, please. If you're enjoying this, just say enjoying, loving, you know, show me some comments there. I would love that. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you work more on yourself and discover more who you are, and let go of who you are now, because you're going to live a much more healthier, happy, enjoyment life if you're able to become more of who you are. That what I believe is that emptiness that we feel inside, that loneliness, is because we don't truly connect with our core, with who we are, with ourselves, and with even with the universe, higher self, whatever, God, whatever you want to call it. So we feel a void inside, and then we're going to start numbing it with buying, with money, with men, with women, with love, with things externally, food, addictions, whatever, to numb this pain inside of us of the disconnect that we have. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, share, comment here, love it, so that more people get to see it and we can help more people out there. So thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. Take care and talk to you next time.